What is up, guys? Poledoo here, and welcome back to some more No Kuni. So we start post-game today. And I kind of have a bit of a outline, but not really, of how we're going to go about this. There are extra errands, a few extra things we can get, and complete a game save loaded. You rejoin the action from the point just before the final battle with the White Witch. A range of post-completion features will now be available for you to enjoy. New challenges have been added to the Casino and the Soloseum series. I don't know if we ever mentioned the Soloseum, because that's something I found off camera whenever I was grinding. You can go back to the Soloseum and just challenge, you have familiar fights pretty much. And you can't use items, so if you're low on health, you're pretty much screwed. I mean, you can use your spells and whatnot, but once you're out of mana, you're done. And I got to like B rank, I lost at A rank or something. I don't know. We might touch that. I don't know. New tasks are now available. Okay, so they recommend grinding to level 94 or 95. I don't know why I said 94. Which is quite a ways away. I'm hoping we can kind of work our way through all the extra errands, all of the extra bosses, and by the time we're done with that, we'll pretty much be there. So I don't know, like, in terms of direction, I'm not entirely sure on where we want to go. Let's stop in Ding Dong Dell. I know I need to go to the Era Memoire, or whatever. What is it called? Yeah, Era Memorie. Something. But this guy, Diary Man, has popped up again. Well, hello. Didn't mean to disturb you. We're going to finish your diary and head home. That's about the size of it. Discovery. Came across a large and rather ruined-looking door at the far edge of a forest. Wrote the details down for posterity, of course. Let me just grab the old diary. Oh, I say, I could have sworn it was a blast and botheration. For goodness flippin'. No need to explain. We know the drill. Shall we only... Look how many stamps we get. Calmly agree to look for the missing diary yet again. Leave to us. If you wrote the details down in your diary, you must remember... Been by the door. Tell us where the ruined door is. Strolled in the countryside. Made a beeline south from town and ended up in a forest that was very deep. Wandered on deeper and deeper. Came to a big ruined door. Stopped and scribbled a passage or two right in front of it. And the muse is willing and all that.
Righto, can't think of where that might be exactly, but I'll go and have a look for you. We're nice like that, see?
Is he... Okay. So let's go to the errand office. And before we head and look for this door, I'm pretty sure that door is the secret boss. So we have to do things before we can fully take on what lies beyond the door. So, bounty hunts. King of the Deep, shell-shocked, a legend appears. Is this all the... King of the Deep. Let's just take on all of these. I don't know if these are the... See, I'm using IGN's kind of walkthrough thing, but they don't really mention how to initiate the optional bosses. Alright, so Golden Grove, talk to a fairy. Castaway Cove for a treasure map. Ding Dong Dell. In front of the fountain, okay. Okay, cave, I know where that is. I've been in there before. Diary. Mysterious knights in armor in the ivory tower. Okay. Interesting stuff. So let's head this way real quick. Go grab the errand over here. Yeah, I have some idea how I want to do the post game for this. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh no, not you. Certainly isn't ideal. I've seen you. I suppose it's a statistical certainty that our paths would eventually cross again. So let's see. Creatures. That makes it difficult to catch. You'll find that makes them entirely impossible to catch. Can only be studied once they have been subdued in combat. Research of my standing is in no position to risk his extremely valuable neck for tackling such beasts. Has moved to Ding Dong. Agreed to help. Okay, so you have to kill things now? You just offered as I predicted you would, so you planned this whole thing. For most my generation, your help was very much appreciated. I need you to defeat 3 creatures altogether. The first is a species grubby fug. Its habitat is in the islands of Jack Frost's playground. This fearsome creature surrounds itself with a protective cloud of poisonous gas. It must be approached with the utmost caution. Okay. Let me just make sure it looks good. Alright, so traveling. Let's just travel outside real quick. I mean, we do need to go back to the Iron Wyvern. Let's see. It said south into a deep forest. Is that back in there? It said beeline. I really don't know what... Oh, hello. There's something way back there. Well. Let's take it on. Don't know what it is. Don't know if we can kill it. Because we're in post-game territory. So there is no real limitations on levels. Whoa. Alright. Take on the Ulk. We will... Oh, this is the thing in the very first cutscene. These are the things that we're stampeding. Ooh. Okay. So let's get a basis. Incredible Ulk. Thunderstorm. Let's get a basis on damage. See how much HP he's gonna have. Oh no. Golden Glim right off the bat. Okay. A Wallop. So we're gonna get a Burning Heart off. So this might actually be a kind of tough fight. 460. Well, actually, maybe not. Let's go in with Smitey. We do 40 per hit. I'm just trying to watch his HP drop just to get a basis on how much he's gonna have. And oh my gosh, he hit Esther for a lot. All right, this fight, it's definitely stronger than the normal. It's definitely stronger than the normal, oh no. 204. The normal bounty hunt boss. Let's even star, see how much that's gonna do. It also doesn't seem too difficult. Seems like a normal mid-level boss. I don't know what he's weak to. So we've tried Dark, we've tried Storm. Let's just cast a Frostbite real quick. Okay. So it's not water. Oh, not another Frostbite. Let's do a Fireball. Okay, he's not weak to fire. Let's try Light. So we'll do Mornstar. And if he's not weak to Mornstar, then he just doesn't have any weaknesses. He doesn't have any weaknesses. Which is fine. Okay. So it actually looked like Mornstar did the most, maybe? It was 396. Esther, oh my god. Esther just got bodied. And so did I. Okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Phoenix Feather. Wallop.
Here goes nothing.
Alright. So you can cast Ward. Esther does need to be back up, I feel. If nothing else, to act as a distraction. Okay, so we've only got this thing to the half, and it's already bodied me and Esther. Healing Hand on Esther. Incredible Ulk. Okay, provisions. Let's give Esther a cappuccino. So she can actually do things. Wallop on me. Oh, never mind. Spells, Healing Hand. Marcusson. Okay. And then I'm going to Healing Hand myself. Whew. Incredible Ulk. Let's go back in with Smitey. Because that seemed to be doing a good amount of damage. Just trying to watch Marcusson. Marcusson is rather beat up. Jules has all that defense though. So that should help. Alright. And we get the heal from hitting with Smitey, which helps. If I cancel his Wallop. Okay. It's fine. I think we got this. He did some scary damage. But I think we're fine. Incredible Ulk. Let's T-Storm. See if we can cancel right at the last minute. Looks like we did. Looks like he's just gonna go for it again. We just have this trade back and forth, it looks like. Just canceling all the things. Hey, if this works and he can't attack us anymore, I am all for it. Because that is exactly what's happening. I'm able to get a Thunderstorm off before he's able to get his incredible Ulk. Hey, I'll take it. This guy hits like a truck. Oh. Aha! Right before it landed, he was in the air. Boom. Incredible Ulk. Alright, we're pretty much out of mana. So we can't just keep canceling. We'll get at least one off. Let's go in with Smitey. I'm gonna defend it real quick. Golden Glim. Let's grab that. Wallop. Slash Dance. Let's go, Smitey. Let's go, Smitey. Boom. 272. Not bad. Okay. So thing's almost dead. He does 71 damage in one swing. Wall up. Oof. Incredible Ulk. Oh, got the defend, like, last minute. Incredibly last minute. I need to go in here. Provisions. I'm gonna have a fish burger. Oh, we have a bunch of tiki ma. Let's have that. Oh, the Ulk. The Ulk is after me. Okay, so I need some mana. Let's have ourselves a cappuccino. Defend. Okay. Provisions. I'll have another Tiki Mahala. Seymour with the Polar Puff. Spells. No wall up for you. There we go. Alright. This thing in itself is like a boss, jeez. There's Mornstar it, I guess. Oh, Markusen almost down. Because he got in the way of that Polar Puff. I'm gonna Healing Hand Markusen. I was like, that's gonna hit. Okay, wall up. Gonna Healing Hand myself. Alright. So let's hop in with Smitey. We're completely out of mana. It's almost dead. I did not plan to spend this episode doing this. That was not part of the plan. Ow. Provisions. Have a cheeseburger. Just thinking one-shot me at that low of health. Seymour with the Polar Puffs. You go, Seymour. It's gonna wall up. Let me just defend. Alright, it missed. Let's go in with Seymour. Or, not Seymour, with Smitey. Finish him off. Oh! Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. He's almost dead. Come on. Come on. Yes! Whew!
We did it!
Alright. Jeez, that was tough. Momo's level 70, Flinty's level 67. We completed our bounty. So how... Beeline from... I don't know what that means necessarily. Oh, but there's... I've never been back here. But... There's a shiny... Gnome beard. Okay. Is that another one? I don't want to fight that. I just did. I don't want to fight another one. Sturdy Shinbone. Get on Tengri before this thing attacks. Ugh. Oh, hey. What is this? Never been up here either. Two fog drops. Alright, let's travel. Oh, don't have enough MP. Okay. Hop on Tengri. Let's go to the Iron Wyvern. And there is a conversation that we need to listen to unlock some stuff. Oh, okay. So there's that. Let's turn. There we go. Alright, I mean, might as well save while we're here, right? Especially after that fight, jeez. Okay, so there are a couple of fairies. Oh, here they are.
Drippy boy, man, how do? Eh, what are you two doing by here? It is obvious, man, we're preparing for the assault on Shadow's stronghold, ain't it? Eh? Yeah, man, we brought loads of weapons and that. Shadow doesn't stand a chance. Eh? I'll tell you what, though, Drippy boy. It wasn't easy finding this castle. Took flippin' ages, it did. But here, we are on the doorstep of destiny at last. You mean you spent all this time looking for the Dark Jin's castle? And you think that's that great big white fortress over there by there, is it? That's right, man. We're just doing what Mom asked us to, ain't it? Right. Well, I don't know how to break this to you boys. I really don't. But that ain't Shadow's castle. Eh? Eh? Huh? Think about this, boy. It's Shadow, you see. Well, to cut a long story short, he's already been dealt with, like. What? No. What? No. You got to be joking, man. We spent our life savings on these weapons. Every last guilder with a flippin' waste.
Hey, maybe it wasn't a waste. Shadar's gone, but we still have a big battle ahead of us. Actually, we're kind of in the middle of trying to save the world. I'm sure we'll be able to use the weapons you brought along.
You mean... Ah, I see what you're getting at. There's a clever lad. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, that is. And always been your dream, ain't it, Smiley? You know, providing heroes with the tools of their trade and that. Ain't it, though?
So, based on that conversation, I think we were supposed to do this before taking on the White Witch.
So we're just starting out in the weapon business, like, so don't go expecting any discounts or nothing. You what? You want us to pay you? Are you having a flippin' laugh? Whew. I have a mind to stick the pair of you in a cannon and fire you back home. Pay you indeed.
Alright, so... Is it you I need to talk to then? Yeah. So I was told they were expensive. Expensive indeed. And actually, Smitey's sword is better. Kiss of Death, though, occasionally knocks out an enemy. Huh. Occasionally nixes an enemy. Occasionally puts an enemy to sleep. So I need 2 of those. In terms of armor. Ooh. So, actually, these don't actually look all too good. This, definitely a good one. I'll equip that. There. Occasionally nixes the enemy. It's 16. I'll buy 1 at least. Give it to you. What was he using before? Wormafang? No. Don't know what he was using. The Wormafang, though, super good. Who's using that? Is that... Oh, Markson. Okay. Alright, so there's that done. I want to travel to Castaway Cove, and we're going to go into a wizard cave. I've been in here twice, actually. First time, I wasn't able to actually grab the item. But, way back, you guys might have noticed this cave right here. Well, inside this cave is a wizard that would not let us really do anything because we didn't have the potential. But now that we're in post-game, we have the potential. And, It's something about cauldrons. I know that much. A visitor? Don't get many visitors out here. Oh, so there's a cauldron? This boy's a wizard, visiting wizard boy. Oh, you know about cauldrons? There's nothing I don't know about cauldrons, young man. You're not the only wizard in this cave, you see. They call me the alchemist. No one alive knows more about cauldrons and formulae than I. I'm more happy to pass my knowledge on to the next generation. So how about it, boy? Do you want to learn some real alchemy? Yes. That's the spirit. Good for you. Now then, where to begin? Ah, yes, the alchemical synthesis of a war god's axe seems a fitting subject for a child. Children like axes, don't they?
A war god's axe, eh? Sounds pretty nifty. Go on then, what do we need to do?
Well, first thing you need to do is alchemize yourself a demon's axe.
From heck, that doesn't sound half bad either.
You need a grand axe, some black wings, and a tash stone or two. As for specific quantities, you'll just have to work them out yourself.
Eh? I thought you said you were going to teach us. Got something better to do, have you?
Ha! Yeah, sooner or later every wizard must learn to think for himself. You got it, sir. I'll make a demon's axe. See if I don't. Got heart boy. Okay, so like we literally have to. Yeah. So do I have demon's axe? Okay, so I need. Oh man, that's gonna be something I need to grind for. Grand axe. I don't know. Grand axe is probably something I can buy. I'm assuming. I don't remember where we got the tash stones. I think that was in the ivory tower. Black wings. I can steal those from. Whatever Jules is, a Medix, I can steal from that. Okay, so let's travel to Ara Memore, or however you want to say it, because we have the final encounter with Horace here. Mr. Spooky Buddy. And he's going to give us something quite fancy. Boop, boop, boop. This place is a lot bigger than I thought. Or than I remembered. So he's supposed to be like right over there. Yep, there he is. Okay. I was like, he hadn't loaded in. Wait a second. Horace? The fuck? Horace, what happened?
It's been a while, has it not?
Huh? Sorry, sir. Have we met?
You really don't know. Well, I suppose I have changed my appearance somewhat since we last met. What the flippin' heck is he on about? Oliver, I've been waiting for you. I have a tale I dearly wish to share with you.
Okay.
There was once a kingdom, where we now stand. A mighty king united the surrounding lands and established his realm here. The king treated all his subjects equally, be they humans, animals, or magical creatures. A new era of peace was dawning, or so it seemed. But there were those who despised the king, covetous souls who envied his power. They plotted against him, sowing discord throughout the kingdom, and in so doing set Nazca on the road to ruin. There, my memory becomes hazy. I cannot recall their names, nor their outward appearances. Were there 12? Even now, my amnesia has been cured. Their faces remain hidden to me. Listen, man, I'm not sure what you want us to say. Ain't as if we've got the first flipping clue what the rotters look like. I know that, and I also know that I recorded my fears about them somewhere. I left a message, a warning, so that when people saw them, they would know to beware. But where? Yes, I hid it in a magical tome that would never age or decay. The Wizard's Companion, which means you must have seen it. Think. I wanted people to know what they looked like. Perhaps what they wore. Yes, that makes sense. The robes they wore are described somewhere in the book, along with a warning. You must know where it is. I'm sure that's the key that will unlock my memories. Please, help me recover what remains of my missing past. Wait a second. Is Horace Cassiopeia's dad? Holy shit.
Okay, well, the answer is the wizard's robes. And we have to use punctuation. Boop, 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 boop. Confirm.
Yes, that's right. Now I remember those fiend clads themselves in wizard's robes. I can see them now in deliberation. They were the Council of 12. Each member was given the title of Zodiac. And that's not all. Well, come on, bud. Spit it out. What have you remembered? I was there. All those millennia ago, I swore fealty to the Wizard King. Yes, I now remember. I was a sage of Nazca.
Oh, okay, so he's a sage. Okay. He wasn't the Wizard King himself.
You heard? That means... Did you know Cassiopeia?
Well, what? How do you know that name? Cassiopeia.
Queen Cassiopeia. It was so long ago. I have sensed her spirit at times over the years. It is unmistakably her, but I know not what befell her. I think I'd better take over here. Now pay attention, because I'll only say this once.
So he's gonna tell him what happened?
I see. So, Queen Cassiopeia, she gave into the darkness, and that ash I saw fall on Ding Dong Dell, that was her doing? But Oliver, you really might be the one to save her. The Wizard King entrusted you with his wand, after all.
Oh, we'll save her, sir. I know we will.
Ah, that's the spirit. Of course, the Wizard's King wand is not yet at full strength. For heck, not this again.
Ha, fear not. To one who is called the Sage of Ages, it is but a trifling matter.
Eh? So do I have to go traipsing around after magic stones then? Thank Flip for that. Now, let me begin. Awake, O wand of the Wizard King. Awake, O Astra.
Oh shit, we got an app. Oh, cast a spell known only to legend. We got the Magic Master Trophy. So, it's all ready to go now, huh? Gee, thank you, sir.
The true power that dwells within a wand can sometimes require effort to be drawn out. I believe that you alone can harness the full power of Astra. With it, you'll be able to cast spells that only a king among wizards has ever wielded.
I sure hope so.
And you're sure you're right setting the likes of us loose with such snazzy spells? We've just met you after all. You've never had a problem accepting spells from me before. You what? What do you mean before? Hold on a minute. You're not telling me...
You're Horace?
I was wondering when the Gilder would drop. Better late than never. Indeed, I was once the sage known as Horologium. Or Horace, to my friends. Who'd have thought a mouthy little brat like Horace would have grown up to be an important looking, eh? How many times must I tell you? I was a sage of ages. I was no normal boy.
Wow, so does this mean you finally got your memory back?
Indeed it does, and I have much to thank you for.
Now, there's little I can do to save Queen Cassiopeia in my current state.
I'm afraid that I must humbly ask you to do all in your power to free her from the darkness.
Sure thing, Horace. We'll save her. You see if we don't.
You are a brave and pure-hearted warrior, Oliver. I will pray for your success.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Technically, because of the way the post-game works, Cassiopeia hasn't been defeated. I forgot about that. So that makes more sense. Oh wait. Are we not done here? Something to tell you? I was going to Cassiopeia about myself. Before you attempt to save Cassiopeia, you deserve to know the truth. I may take some time, but I hope you can spare the time to listen to what I have to say. Sure, I guess.
Thank you, Oliver. Our story begins here long ago where the kingdom of Nazca once flourished. Though it may appear bleak and barren now, in those days it was a mighty empire that combined mighty magic with advanced technology. It was a prosperous realm where poverty and pestilence were all but unknown, and its people enjoyed a life of peace and plenty. But man was never wont to count his blessings. What? All right. And greed soon reared its ugly head. In spite of all they had, the populace demanded more. Friends turned upon one another. Families were torn apart, and each civilization strove to better his own lot and outdo his neighbor. Sounds like a recipe for what I don't miss, that. And indeed it was. It led to the series of conflicts that spanned centuries. The Wizard Wars. But the course of history was changed with the arrival of a single wizard.
Wow, one wizard made the big difference? Indeed, this wizard wielded not one but two wands. His mystery of magic was unparalleled, and he soon turned the tide of war. Through his power, the bitter conflict that many thought would never end was brought to a conclusion in the space of mere days.
Crikey, sounds like someone you'd want on your side in a fight.
He was indeed fairy. He was lauded as a hero by all the peoples of the world, and his reward was the crown of Nazca. Thus did he become the Wizard King. The Wizard King, Cassiopeia's father, the very same. Now, shortly after peace returned to the world, the Wizard King hid one of his wands in the distant land of Autumnia. He sealed it away, that it might never be used for evil. Which brings me to my latest puzzle. It has been some time since I last posed you a question, has it not? I guess it has, huh? Excellent. My question is this. What was the name of the wand that the Wizard King sealed away? I believe that you know it well. Speak to me again when you have your answer. This was your answer, Oliver. What is the name of the wand? It's either Astra or Mornstar. Let's try Astra. Okay, so it's Mornstar then. Mornstar. There we go. Indeed, it was the very one that you carry with you now. I wonder how the valley where it was sealed fares. In those days it was filled with the most beautiful flowers. Let us continue our tale there. I'll be waiting for you, Oliver. Come and find me. Interesting. Wait, R1. Oh, never mind. I ignore me. So Autumnia. How we doing on time? Oh, about to reach 40 minutes. Alright, let's go to Autumnia and look for him. I don't know where he would be in Autumnia. Trying to think. This is Autumnia, right? Am I looking in the right place? I honestly don't remember. Find Horace at the end of the dungeon in Tombstone Trail. Yeah. And actually... Of course he's way up there. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna speed. I'm gonna do some speeding bits, and we're gonna just hop around to Horace's locations, and then oh damn it, and then once we have done all of his things, we're gonna end the episode there. So I will see you guys at Horace. Hold up. What is this? A solid gold familiar. I've heard about this. This is the first time we've seen it, though. Am I able to... Oh my god, look at this thing's defenses. So, like... Oh my god.
We did it!
So, what does that mean? Planet, drop, and start... I don't understand. Seymour got level 70, but I don't understand. We found some gold familiar. Interesting. Well, we'll be on our way again. Alright. So, spirit medium. Alright. Thank you for coming, Oliver. The valley changed so much it was once a place of beauty awash with flowers of every color. No matter what is done. Now, let me continue my tale. The Wizard King ascended the throne and won great renown as a just ruler, treating all his subjects equally, be they human or otherwise. They in turn repaid him by rallying round their new monarch, and together they rebuilt the ruined realm more swiftly than any had thought possible.
So he got all the beasties put on their weight too, did he? I never knew that one. Nice.
Indeed, the Wizard King truly was a man like no other. It was then, with the kingdom all but rebuilt, that he chose 3 servants from among his subjects, a swashbuckling sea captain to represent the race of men, a great wolf to represent the animals, and a serpent lord to represent the creatures. Each was wholly devoted to his master, and did all that the Wizard King asked. But all the 3, the serpent lord was the wisest, and most committed to the master's cause. He was known as the King of Cobras. And what a mind he had. To think of how he was then. This seems as good a time to ask for your next question. You have encountered these 3 servants on your travels, but can you recall the name of the mighty snake you faced? I'm sure listening to me again. Alright. So this was... Is it AA? Yeah. I knew his name was Apep. I just want to make sure I spelled it right. That is correct. Though the 3 servants achieved so much, their reward was to be chased without dignity from the kingdom they had helped to build. But perhaps that is a tale for another day. Yes, we will continue our tale in the very ruins where you faced Apep. I will tell you of how the Wizard King's 3 most loyal servants were driven to the path of evil. Until then, Oliver. Alright. So, something while we're here. Can I, challenge something here? I don't know. Let's vacate, and I will be back with the next area of, Horace. What? Okay, so Toko's... This is a Toko. This is a golden Toko. What is with all these golden things that we're finding? Is this like a post-game only thing? Okay, so the Toko is gonna wanna get the hell out of here. I'm gonna cast Astra on it. Hope to kill it in one shot. Oh my god, Astra is cool.
We won!
Okay, so we killed it. What is with these golden dudes? Holy crap, it gave us a lot of cash. Okay, well, I don't understand the whole golden thing, but, you know, that's something. Alright, so we're here at Horace once again. Thank you for coming, Oliver. Shall we continue our tale? Said I would tell you of how the 3 keepers were driven from the kingdom, how they became evil. Below the king, at the head of the Nazcan government, sat the Council of 12, a group of lords known as the Zodiarchs. They're responsible for the day-to-day running of the kingdom, and were supposed to be the ruler's closest advisors. But the Wizard King's rise to prominence was a source of consternation for the council, who feared his great powers and the loyalty he commanded amongst the keepers. As soon as Nazca was rebuilt and stability restored, the Zodiarchs conspired to assassinate him, and their conspiracy was a success. That's horrible. With the Wizard King eliminated, the council had complete control of the kingdom. The king's infant heir, Queen Cassiopeia, became no more than a puppet. To compound their villainy, the council successfully implicated the keepers in the assassination, and they were banished from Nazca. Apep lost all faith in humanity, and soon the power of the stone in his possession began to corrupt him, transforming him at last into a servant of evil. Indeed, it was he who reduced this once great city to the ruins you see before you now.
That's bad, but you've got to feel sorry for him, ain't it? Being framed for murdering your mate would be enough to make anyone go off the rails.
Perhaps, but Apep possessed great wisdom. None could have predicted that he would suffer such a spectacular fall from grace. Speaking of predictions, yes, open the book. You mean the Wizard's Companion? I do. As you may or may not know, its authors were able to see into the future. Turn to the final page, a prophecy is written there. A prophecy of what would become of a certain individual. That person's name, too, is hidden there. Can you discover their identity? This puzzle is much like life. You must start at the bottom and work your way to the top, not forgetting to begin the beginning, of course. The solution is not a simple one, but a worthy wizard will see to the heart of the problem. Do you have an answer, Oliver? It is White Witch. There we go. That is correct. Perhaps one day the people of this world will see that White Witch had nothing but the best of intentions. But first she had to make amends for what she did. Despair is no excuse. I guess you're right. I remember when she was a kind little girl who loved flowers above all else, but that is a story for another time. If you're interested, I plan to visit a cave that lets one see into the past. I wish to see the old Cassiopeia once more. There's a cave that lets you see into the past? You have not heard of it? I'm certain that it is mentioned in that book of yours. When you have discovered its location, come and gaze into the past with me. Until then, Oliver. Alright, so we're gonna vacate, and I will be right back with Horace's next location. Alright, so we're here in Glittering Grotto, Spirit Medium. I've been waiting for you, Oliver. Shall we continue our tale? Flowers have always held a special significance for the people of the Kingdom of Nazca. They were seen as sacred symbols of peace and hope. Queen Cassiopeia loved nothing in the world more than flowers, and her every free moment was spent tending to her garden. Her castle was always bursting with color, with beautiful, bright flowers of every imaginable color. Cassiopeia grew to be a splendid, spirited young woman, everything her father could have wished for, and all that I had always hoped she would become. So you knew Queen Cassiopeia when she was growing up? I did. I knew her from when she was a mere babe in arms. But I digress. This talk of flowers and gardens, it reminds me. Do you have a wand made from an old stick, do you not? Oh, you mean the wand P gave me? That wand was a gift from me, or that wand was a gift from the Wizard King and I to the young Cassiopeia. It was? Jeepers. On it, we engraved our most deeply held wish for the princess's future. Ah, it was so long ago. I wish to hear those words again. Tell me, Oliver, what does it say? So, the wand says, bring hope. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. That is correct. Our most deeply held desires was that of the people of Nazca should never lose hope, the hope of a brighter tomorrow. But what befell the realm after the Wizard King's ultimate untimely demise was paid to any such wishes. The Council of 12 devoted themselves solely to the personal gain and thought nothing of the plight of the people. If only I had done more. What do you mean, Horace? I said I would tell you the truth, did I not? There is something I must confess to you, something I did, an act for which I can never forgive myself. Come to the Ivory Tower, to the chamber where the council sat. There, I shall tell you everything. Until then, Oliver. Alright, so, once more, I will see you guys at the next Horace location. Alright, so before we talk to Horace, these guys are here. Calf. These guys look badass. Like, this armor is awesome. It's good of you to join us here in the clouds. We have waited your coming. Huh? You were waiting for us? I still have my doubts. Can this boy really be the one we seek? But you have seen the girl who accompanies him, have you not? She is the very image of the queen in her youth. And if our queen has led him here, then he must surely possess the power we require. Like nothing more than to believe you, but how can our queen see clearly when she is enveloped in fathomless darkness? Wait, Tin-Face, I don't care how fancy your flippin' armor is. Did your mom ever teach you it's rude to whisper in front of people? Excuse me, sir, but who are you, and what are you doing here? We once formed the Queen's Honor Guard. It was our duty to protect this palace. Lest you wonder, we are illusions, given life by the power of the Queen's imagination, much like the Zodiarchs you have no doubt encountered. You what? Quick, Hardy Boy, get your wand ready. We've got a fight on our hands. This fairy's a feisty one, is he not? Fear not. We're not your enemies. The Zodiarchs who sat on the Council's Queen were malign. But we sprang apart from our Queen's heart, that is still wise and just. Though her radiance has lost sight of the side of herself it lives on. Indeed, it was the very last part of her heart that led you here to us. Now we wish you to grant rest to those who once defended our cursed kingdom. Cursed kingdom? Excuse me, Nazca, huh? Precisely. Now, would you be good enough to hear out our request? Sure, I guess. Long ago, before our queen was born, war raged across this land. No part of our world was spared the horror and turmoil of the Wizard Wars. As each side vied for advantage, new weapons were devised, which fused steel, stone, and sorcery, weapons known as Magimax. Of course, the Magimax stationed around the palace are mere replicas. The originals were vastly more powerful. When the war ended, these weapons were deprived of their purpose, and one by one they became dormant, a state akin to eternal sleep. Or so he believed. It now seems that some have reawoken. In all, 4 Magimax were emerged from their slumber. Perhaps the reappearance of the Ivory Tower disturbed them. We're not certain. In any case, these magical weapons are unwanted relics of that wretched conflict. They have no place here in this time. We have faith that our queen's heart will be restored to its former purity. When this happens, we would spare her the sight of such tragic vestiges of Nazca's past. That is why I ask you to help the Magimax return to their slumber.
Listen, Face, are you sure you're telling us the full story? Because I'm not sure I trust you as far as I can spit you. All this business about the queen's heart being pure would sound nice enough, but I ain't seen much evidence of it so far. Something smells fishy to me.
But, Mr. Drippy, don't you remember those visions from Queen Cassiopeia's past? You saw them too, right? I think they're telling the truth.
We appreciate your good faith, young man.
So where are they? The Magimax, I mean.
When peace returned after the Wizard Wars, the Magimax were confined to a number of secure locations around the world. But over the centuries, many changes have been wrought of the landscape, and we can no longer be certain of their whereabouts. Perhaps in your travels you have laid eyes on these ancient weapons, sleeping peacefully. But afraid we can offer you little guidance. You must rely on your own memories. Oh, that's brilliant, is it? That is, make it easy for us, why don't you, flippin' dodgy bloom and tit-faced?
Calm down, Mr. Drippy. I'm sure if we think really hard,
We have one piece of information, which may prove useful. Magimax have a strong connection to memory stones. You are familiar with them, I take it?
The monuments that grant healing and stores one recollections. Wherever a memory stone is found, too, so may a Magimax reside.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll find them for you.
That'll probably be an episode on its own. I don't remember my way around this place. I think you go this way. But that is all those robots we've seen in every dungeon, just lying on the ground. We're gonna have to go to every single one of those. But yeah, I'll be on my way to Horace, and I'll see you guys in just a bit. Alright, so we're here at the final Horace location.
Been waiting for you, Oliver. Shall we continue our tale? Long before I ever became known as the Sage of Ages, I fought in the Wizard Wars alongside my teacher, the Wizard King. I often think of those days.
How long has it been since I was last here, I wonder?
Blimey, Horace, you're saying you've been to this gaff before, like?
Indeed I have. In the years after the Wizard Wars, I occupied the 10th seat on the council, taking the zodiacal title of Gallus.
Shit.
Gallus, but isn't that... him?
Yes, the Wizard King's ruse. Even in death, he strove to protect his daughter. That was later, of course, after my seat had become vacant. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. When I sat on the council, to my undying shame, I failed to notice the plotting of my fellow councilors. who thought myself so wise, they disposed of the Wizard King and his 3 servants, then turned their attention to any who might yet stand in their way. They considered me an obstacle to their complete domination of the kingdom. Sensing the grave danger I was in, I fled Nazca. I intended to bide my time, to rally forces loyal to the crown, and return to exact my revenge on the council. But the choice I made was wrong. I should have remained at the queen's side. But you could you? Those rotters in the council were gunning for you, man.
It is a risk that I should have taken. By leaving, I sealed the fate of the entire kingdom. Allow me to explain. In addition to my duties as a Zodiarch, I had been charged with educating Queen Cassiopeia in ways of magic. I took it upon myself to create a compendium of spells and arcane knowledge which I presented to the young queen. A compendium? You mean like a spell book? You mean... I rather think you know what I mean, but allow me to ask you a question for old time's sake. What was the name of the book? And this, of course, is The Wizard's Companion. Let's see, there we go. There we go. Yes, you are right. I wrote The Wizard's Companion to aid Queen Cassiopeia in her magical education. But little did I know that this book would lead directly to the disaster that befell Nazca.
Can't be flippin' serious. How could the Wizard's Companion have led to the Nazca's destruction? What the heck are you on about, man?
In my desire to create its home fit for a queen, I included all manner of arcane magic, including the forbidden spell. But I failed to include detailed notes on the rights and wrongs of using such potent incantations. And I fled the kingdom before I could teach Queen Cassiopeia of the perils of the forbidden spell. I was so busy brooding on what manner of revenge I would exact on the council that I failed in my duty of care to the queen. It is how she arrived at her fateful decision. It is why she did not know the true power of mana. But it is my fault that Nazca fell, and that Queen Cassiopeia was transformed into the White Witch. How could I ever make amends for what I did? It was unforgivable. Reduced to a spirit doomed to roam the world for all eternity, how could I ever save the poor girl from her fate? That is why I must humbly ask you to right my wrong, to save the queen. You are the only one who can, Oliver. Don't worry, Horace. We'll save Queen Cassiopeia. We'll save the whole world. You'll see. You have my thanks. I have some alchemical formula for you, formula that I neglected to include in the Wizard's Companion. I pray they will aid you on your quest. Awesome. And now for my final contribution to your cause. Please accept this. A Mirror of Truth. 10,000 guilders. No stamps. Cheap shot. Or cheapskate. Cheap shot. Yeah, that's what you call people. Oh. Queen Cassiopeia waits within. I wish you luck, Oliver, the pure-hearted one, the savior of our world. What is the Mirror of Truth? Sounds like a weapon. Well, let's see what spells or formula he gave us. Ooh, a new harp, Bard's harp, Master Thief's magnum, and Skytree wand. The old stick in the Mirror of Truth. Oh. Well, you best believe we're making this right now. So the Mirror of Truth was a ingredient. So, in comparison to Astra, it's miles better. So do I need... No. I remember reading. I can cast Astra without using Astra. So Skytree Wand will give Astra to Marcuson. Awesome. So, I'm going to end it here. I don't know what we'll take on next episode for post-game, but that's going to do it for this one. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.